next speaker, Dr. Laurentius Lesmana. He is the first annual president of first annual APASL meeting in 2005 in Bali. And he's going to talk about an SCC in Indonesia. Yes, please.
Good morning. I would like to thank to the committee for inviting me to this important meeting. Dear Chairman, I would like to report our data if our data is not, just taken only from Jakarta. So I think everybody knows that liver cancer is a very important thing in the world, and we know that female liver ratio 2.1, and 83% of liver cancer are found in the less developed regions, especially in China alone, and high incidence in Eastern and Southeast Asian countries. We know that ACC is the most common type of liver cancer. In other are intrahepatic cholangiocarcinoma, hepatoblastoma, and angiosarcoma. As we know that the etiology of SCC, I think in our region is mostly viral hepatitis, and the other non-viral is maybe alcoholic, NASH, aflatoxin, and hemochromatosis. So I think the natural cause of SCC depends on the cirrhosis, state, and the severity of patient and the treatment. So I think in terms of treatment, we know that there's curative treatment and palliative treatment. Curative treatment, I think we know already ablation, resection, transplantation. And for the palliative treatment, usually chemoemulsion and sorafenib. And for the terminal state, we only give best supportive care of the patient. So this is the burden, of in Asia. You can see that high prevalence in all countries in Asia. So we just started the epidemic of SCC in Jakarta, Indonesia, the capital of Indonesia. So data from 3 centers, Medicine Hospital, is a private hospital, Cipto Mangunkusumo Hospital, and Damai National Cancer Hospital. So the period for our research is from January 2015 until 2017. So there's 349 patients, SCC patients, 77 is men. Median age is around 57 years. So you can see here the etiology. Most likely, the etiology is hepatitis B in our country, and you can see also patient with hepatitis C. And here there's non-viral hepatitis, and there's no data in 42%. In terms of the BCLC staging of SCC, you can see here most of the patients belong to BCLC B and C. Regarding with the child score, you can see that the class A 48%, B 34%, and class C 30%, and no data in 8.3%. In treatment of modality, I think most of the patients, because the patient belong to component D, so usually we only give supportive treatment. PACE is maybe one of the most important modality in our country. With RFA and liver resection, we can still, some patients can still undergo liver resection. So, because we know that there's some patient in our country, one in Medicine Hospital is a lot of patients with obesity, so we try to analyze our patient from the hospital. This is the group of patient. And you can see here, maybe more patients were with overweight here, yeah, compared to the, our data from 3 hospitals. That's why we know probably besides Hep B and Hep C, maybe fatty liver will also contribute to the presence of SCC in our country. So this is the data from the emergency hospital. You can see here that the NAFL is 16%. You can see here. Although maybe sometimes NAFL combined with maybe or combined with other cause. And you can see here also the BLCC here in middle hospital. You can see here, and also the CTP score you can see here. In terms of the MEL score, you can see here. Most of the patients have, less than observed mortality less than 9. You can see here the observed mortality, and you can see those patients with 40 or more, 70% observed mortality. So in conclusion, most of the patients came in the late stadium. Chronic hepatitis B was still the main etiology, whereas non-alcoholic hepatitis cause of SC was increasing. Majority of patients only receive supportive therapy at this moment. I think the reason is because there's no support from the government, for screening and so on, and also until now, most of the patients have to pay by themselves. This may be the problem, why we can not, manage the patient with HCC accurately. Thank you very much for your attention. And this is the study team from the research, from CIPTO, from Dharma East, and from Medisa Hospital. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Professor Lesmana, showing the situation of SCC in Indonesia. Now, yes, Dr. Enomoto, please.
Thank you for a nice summarization of your country situation. And my question is that many worldwide media said that Indonesia is one of the countries where the national overweight people is rapidly increasing. One of the countries, Indonesia. So my question is that most of main cause of the HCC in your country is HBs positive patients. But my question is that is there any effect of national steatohepatitis or overweight affect the development of HCC in HBs positive patients?
Yeah, you are right, because like in our hospital, because I work at the private hospital, so patients with Hep B sometimes also concerned with fatty liver. That's the point. That's why I would like to separate with the old data. And apparently in our country, like for instance, we do some research, 1,000 patients who underwent medical checkup in Medisa. Apparently there's 50% patients who have with NAFL. That's why we like to analyze whether NAFL really have potential risk for SCC in our country. I do hope maybe if we can collect maybe more data from other centers, or maybe the government will support our program, I do hope we can have very detailed data from our country.
Thank you. And you have a lot of late-stage SCC. How do you screen the patients?
Yeah, that's the point. I think from the government, there's no special program, but I know that some of of course, some doctor will follow the program, I mean, according to the APASL guideline. But the point is there's no, I mean, support from the government. So it means that most of the patients, they have to pay by themselves. That's the point. This is the point, the main problem in our country.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor Lesmana.
Yeah.